For some reason, the Department of Justice released basically a manifesto that he had written a while back. Not sure if y'all even had time to read it or go into any kind of detail with it, but
No, I haven't.
all right. Well, let's check it out, man. We'll pull it up. Let's see what we're working with here. There it is. All right. Now, it's basically it says, "Dear world, this was an assassination attempt on Donald Trump, but I am sorry I failed you. I tried my best and gave it all the gumption I had, or I could muster. I'm sorry. I'm reading a script. It's hard. It is up to you now to finish the job, and I will offer $150,000 to whoever can complete this job." And he goes on to just talk more shit, about Trump and whatever else his issue is with him. But uh, now, what y'all make of that, man? Like the DOJ releasing it, you know what I mean? Did this early into the investigation.
Did they just put a hit out on Trump? I'm
It
really.
sounds like.
That's and I didn't want to, I was trying not to go there, and sound like a loon, but it's almost like this is just a to give people an idea or to psych people up to get some idiot to go out and try this shit thinking he's going to get
Right.
$150,000, you know, and I'm just confused on why they think that was a good idea unless they've got some kind of ill intent. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I get out of it. Like, here's a whole letter with the offering. So,
Yeah,
public
like,
do your thing.
well, especially because if you look back, uh, whatever, I forget, I don't know if it was a couple years ago or so, but that trans girl or guy, whatever it is, that it shot up that Christian school in Nashville.
Right.
Yep.
Now, he, whatever, wrote a manifesto that they refused to release for over a year because they were afraid that it may, basically do more harm than good to release something like that. But
Right.
yet they waited all of what, a couple weeks or so to release this.
Yeah,
You
if
know what I
that.
mean? And yeah, right. So it's like, what else are we supposed to draw from that? You know what I mean? It's very odd.
It is odd.
To especially if you're trying to think that there's no bullshit going on with it. But
Yeah, especially after two assassination attempts, you would think like as them, they'd be like, we want to give no other. We don't want to give anybody else the idea to try this shit, and putting $150,000 bounty just out into the public sounds like a pretty good, reason for somebody else to try it, like you would think, you know what I mean?
yep,
That it
yep,
does for sure. It's crazy. Yeah, why? Yeah, that's a good question, Shane. Why would they do that, man? Like you said with the school shooting, and then they don't release anything, and now all of a sudden, here we go, they release this. That's crazy. Yeah, I never even put it in that light. I saw it, but I didn't really read it. But now that we're talking about it, totally nuts. Totally
yeah.
like,
It's like I
yeah,
said, yeah. It's almost like a calling,
yeah,
and you're
absolutely.
hoping someone is dumb enough to think they're going to collect this $150,000, which this guy, the whole story is weird. I'll take you back to what they were saying in court, what the court documents say. Now, it says a civilian witness stated that this Routh, I think is how you pronounce his name, Routh. That's the guy
Yes.
who was trying to shoot him. He dropped off a box at this person's residence several months ago, and this letter was in that box. So,
Really? Huh.
yes, and it's so crazy because the way this letter is written, it says this was. So he's writing in past tense. You know what I
And
mean?
he already knew he failed.
Yeah, like none of it makes any sense at all. None of it. If
Not
he
at
even
all.
if he even wrote this damn letter. You
Yeah,
know?
I don't know, because like, why would he already write that? I'm sorry, I failed, but somebody else,
Yeah,
can take the shot.
it's odd because it says the witness also stated that the box contained ammunition, a metal pipe, miscellaneous building materials, tools, 4 phones, and various letters. And supposedly this was one of the letters. And they, like I said, their court documents are saying months ago this person received this.
What the
So,
fuck?
Huh.
and and not to mention that, I mean, by his own account, he had no money. So if he's offering this kind of money, where's he getting
Right,
it from?
right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Mm.
Another rabbit hole to chase, dude.
Yeah, I mean, unless he could just be totally full of shit. I mean, but if he's really offering out that kind of money, it's like where's this money coming from?
Look, I
The
think this
DOJ
dude's
could be full of
connected, you
shit.
know. I think this dude's connected, you know, pictures in Ukraine and, you know, other high profile people. I don't know. It's just crazy. It is.
I
It
know, and
makes you really wonder how deep this is going, you know.
yeah, we try to go. I don't want to say get away from this news story, but it's like I'm trying to let it play out and just do its thing in court. But it's like every day they're releasing new shit that just makes you go, "What in the hell is going on?" You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
that's strange, really. Like I don't even know where to go with that. Like it's just so odd that he would be writing in past tense about a assassination attempt that hadn't happened yet months beforehand, and then the DOJ to put it out with a bounty on it.
Yeah, like there is no other reason to do that. You know what I
There's
mean?
not at
Unless they're
all.
just trying to inspire some sort of copycat. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like our first two guys didn't get him, so
Yeah. Yeah, well, I know, I think it was last week that Senator, Blumenthal came out, and he was the one saying that when the American people find out, what was going on behind that first assassination attempt, that they were basically gonna be shocked, you know what I mean? And so it just seems like this shit goes so deep, and it's just getting deeper and deeper. Wouldn't be surprised if he was some sort of, some CIA connected, type person.
I agree.
Because I'm with Brad. I mean, he was a world traveler somehow,
Yeah.
on a
yeah.
modest
Broke.
salary,
Yeah.
you know.
Broke. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Yeah, when you look at it like that, and yeah, I don't know that now you're gonna have to make. I'm gonna be chasing some rabbit holes tonight, man. You know,
it's
God,
crazy, man.
it's
It's
nuts,
crazy.
man. That
Like
is
you said,
totally.
you just try to let it play out in an honest way, and just I mean, I don't even know. I don't think the guy's even been arraigned yet. I
Oh,
don't know.
really?
Yeah, I think he's I think they were charging him with felon of a possession of a gun or whatever, and then I think he had obliterated the serial numbers on him. So they're getting him with that. But I mean, other than that, I don't. I
But am
think
I still? Is it correct to say that we're under the impression that Florida still has him in custody and won't release him?
I don't know. I'm sure I know he's in custody, but I don't know about they won't release him. I haven't
Well,
really.
I heard Ron DeSantis was saying, I think he came out and said that he's not releasing them to the feds. They're doing their own investigation in Florida, and they won't he won't release this guy to the feds.
Yeah.
So I don't
Well,
know.
I know old Bongino was calling for everyone involved with President Trump's detail, to all be required to take a polygraph test because look, man, he's feeling kind of like I guess us and a lot of other Americans are that this is it has all the signs of an inside job. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I mean and they don't want you to think that way. They don't want you to believe anything like that, but everything that comes out leads to that. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? From just this guy even knowing that Trump was going to be out there that day.
Right.
You know what I mean? When they said there was only a handful of people that even knew that. Now, could have been lucky to draw. I think I also read where he was kind of scoping out the place for a while, prior to that day. So might have just been the right day that he picked. But, with everything else coming to light, it makes you think it's a little deeper than that. So,
Yeah, I don't believe that at all.
I
I
don't
don't.
either. That's a lot of
No.
like, I mean, because it wasn't like he lived around the corner, and he
no.
just happened to, I'm going to go crawl on the grass with an AK today.
I'm still so lost on the way that letter was written in the past tense, and it
Well,
doesn't make any sense at all. It's almost like he
zero.
knew he wasn't going to do it. I mean, did he plan on just dying? I mean, because he didn't. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, I
It
don't know. I mean,
could have been.
it doesn't make sense at all, I mean, you think you go in like, I'm going to shoot this dude. If I die in the process, I die in the process. I don't care. I'm ready to go. But as soon as Secret Service popped the shot off, he took off running, left
Yeah,
everything.
Yeah,
left
that see,
everything.
and I
And
was
so,
thinking at first when I saw this, I was thinking that that was a letter that he wrote right after, like. But I'm
Yeah.
thinking, but then it hit me like, well, he didn't have that much time. They tracked
No.
him down fairly quick, so that struck me
yeah,
as odd. Well, then when I started reading more into it, I'm like, okay, wait a second. This witness is saying they received this months ago, and I'm thinking
Wow.
this makes zero sense. And like
Total
I said,
setup.
if the guy even wrote it, like I said, I don't know.
Yeah. And you look at it like that too, I mean, look, Bongino, polygraph for all of his agents that are protecting him. Um, I mean, what's Bongino thinking, man? That sources around Trump, his detail leaked that he was going to be playing golf at this golf course.
Of course.
You
That's
know what I'm
exactly true.
saying?
Yeah,
So
that's
how
exactly
else? Who else would have known? Because from what I've heard and understanding that he was very low key on this, man. So
yeah.
um, and I would think like Secret Service details, these agents that are on these details, and I don't know the full gambit about it, but you would think that they're reporting to a higher source, man.
Awesome.
Somewhere within their department saying, "Hey, this is our itinerary for the next day or 2 days or whatever it might be."
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Um, so yeah, it's just so is there a rogue agent within his detail that is feeding this crap back to the higher ups of the Secret Service?
Yeah, because it would be hard to, I guess, to fathom that everybody around is involved in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's just
yeah,
kind of hard to picture. But there is, God, I want to say there's definitely somebody that doesn't have Trump's best interest in mind that's on this detail. You
I
know
yeah,
what I
agree.
mean? I
I
just
agree.
can't believe all this shit is allowed to happen without them having somebody on the inside. And it may be multiple people. I just say I highly
Hmm.
doubt it's everybody involved, but
No,
something's going on. And you know as well as I do, we will never find out the truth.
no,
no,
They're going to make us all seem like we're fucking nuts for even speculating this,
yeah,
just like they did with
yeah,
when they started to basically shame anybody that denied the election results. They
right.
just start making you sound like you're crazy and you got these tinfoil hats on and it's like, well, y'all stop doing stupid shit and we wouldn't be
right.
thinking that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I didn't think that we'd have a situation where the puzzle pieces would fit worse than the first assassination
Yeah.
attempt, but this is fucking crazy.
Yeah. The first one was bad enough with
It
all
was
the
bad,
shit.
and
Yeah.
this makes that look normal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that just makes it look like some guy happened to, be able to get on the roof and pop a shot. This one looks like you
It
said
really does.
even worse because for one, it
Yeah.
happened afterwards. That should
Right.
have never, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Nobody should have been able to come within a mile of anywhere where Trump was, but they still allowed it to happen. So I mean, all signs point towards there's something bigger going on, and it's an inside source. Which I mean, if you're Trump, what do you do with that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hire private.
I still
Fuck it.
find it crazy that, even like the first assassination attempt that, man, this guy's done been cremated, and they've released nothing on this guy, really, not toxicology reports or nothing. Just
Nothing.
nothing's been released on this cat. And it's like, I don't know what to think about it.
Well, that right there alone, like you said, just how fast they rush to destroy that
Right.
kid's body. I mean,
Yes.
I don't even know if they did a toxicology report. They probably didn't because
Right.
I mean, what were they going to do with it? They weren't going to release it. You know what I mean?
Right.
No.
Yeah,
But they
that
released this. It's just the craziest thing, man.
yeah, yeah. And I couldn't wait to get this out. Basically, just this bounty put out on Trump. They could
Right.
not wait to release this. That is so. I mean, like I said, now if you're Trump, how do you go? How do you go anywhere? And I know Justin, you mentioned hiring private, but I mean, how do you trust anybody now?
Right.
Private people
Well,
that can be got to
Yeah.
probably easier.
yep.
You know,
Well, I don't know if you saw, like, I was watching a little bit of Trump's rally in Pennsylvania. Of course, now he's got bulletproof glass all the way
I
around
did
him.
see that. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and look, it's probably for the better,
He's
I
got. Oh,
mean,
he has no choice, man. He
yeah,
has no choice at all. I mean, I don't know. Like you said, if you're him after it's been attempted twice to think that it's not going to happen again, you'd be foolish. But
Yeah.
yes, yeah.
I,
With 50 days left, yeah,
oh
absolutely.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
it's going to heat up even worse now.
yeah.
Because
And look, let him win. You know what I'm saying? Let him
yeah,
win and see
yeah,
what happens.
yeah. Because I think we had we were talking about it after the first attempt, and I think everybody was under the same, assumption that that wasn't going to be the last attempt. And sure enough, within 2 months, there it goes again. So I highly doubt this will be the last,
Yeah.
attempt, unless Trump just kind of stays to himself and, hides out. But that's just not his character. So
Man,
No.
he kind of looks like a very stressful few months to a year doped up Epstein.
who?
The almost shooter.
Oh, the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where is that freaking nut? Let's see. There he is, right there. I'm gonna share
Like
that. Where's
Epstein
he at?
been smoking crack for the last like 6 months or something. Like,
Yeah, that's him there. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, this guy, man, he's he was on a video they released of him just begging people for, $1, $5, or whatever the hell, just anything he could get, because he was trying to get over there to the Ukraine and go over there and get involved in all that mess. So for him to be out here supposedly offering 150 grand when he's on there begging for
well,
$5, I mean, none of it makes any sense at all.
but I'm also reading in the article that he owned a roofing business.
Yeah, he did, but I want to say they released, I don't know, somebody got a hold of his finances, and I mean, it wasn't even in the six figures that he was making. So I mean,
Really?
you know, I don't know, I don't know. None of
That's
it
crazy.
adds up. None of it adds up, man.
Well, you know what really grinds my gears is we got this stuff happening, and there's nothing being done about it. If they would ban shooting at the president, if they would make it legal for felons to own firearms,
Adam
if they would
Sullivan.
make it illegal to open carry in Florida,
Yes,
all this just it would go away. It would
it would
never
go
happen. You
away
know,
if they would just ban shooting at at former presidents. Huh?
insane, dude.
Yeah.
It
I
is
Just
don't
make
know.
insane.
just make a law, right?
Yeah, just make. I don't know why anybody why they haven't done this yet. Why they haven't thought
Yeah.
about it. This should be like some top of the list.
Well, I do know that's the last thing you heard any Democrat scream when Trump got shot at was gun control. They didn't give two fucks about that
No,
then.
We need more
not at
guns.
all.
Yeah,
Right.
we need more guns. Yeah, it is true, man.
We're
I
going to
don't
give every law-abiding citizen, non-law illegals, we're going to give you $100 towards a gun purchase.
Yes.
You know.
No, I get, man. Look, the whole situation just gets very. I don't know. It just makes you kind of irate because he's the best thing for the country when they're trying so
Mhm.
hard to keep him, out of power,
Absolutely.
and it
Mhm.
just sucks because for him not to win this next go around. I mean, the road we're going to go down with this administration, it can't be anywhere good. So they're taking that right away from us, or they're trying to. You know what I mean? They're trying to take that right that we have to vote for somebody that we want in office away.
Yep.
You know
Right.
what I mean? And it just makes you sick, man, because it's like you just sit back and there's not much you can do about it but watch it play out. You know?
Yeah, it's true. And look, it's like all these polls you're seeing, well, Kamala's pulling up by 3 points. And dude, I really honestly, I don't believe it. I don't believe it for a second. But I was reading today about this guy. I don't know if you've heard of him, Shane or Justin. Litcham is his name. He has predicted the last 9 out of 10 elections, and he's got them right. Where he lost one in 2000, I'm thinking, is what it said.
Right.
And of course, now his research, his 13-point strategy, he comes out and Kamala wins, big time. So
That's
uh,
what he's
that's what he's predicting.
calling right
So
now.
yeah, and he predicted Trump would have won, was winning in what 16,
Yeah.
and he did. So, but yeah, I think it was Al Gore, George Bush maybe was the election that he picked wrong.
Right. Well, hopefully
So
he's wrong on this one. If like I said,
hopefully he's wrong. Yeah, yeah.
if
So,
Trump can even make it to it, I mean, that's the worst part.
you ain't lying, huh?
Man, I don't know.
It's crazy. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's like there's days I wake up, Shane, and I feel like I'm living in a banana republic, man. I just
Yeah.
this isn't the America I grew up in. I can tell you that for sure.
No, I mean, for one, the way that they weaponize just the DOJ itself against him. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? I mean, you're
Hmm.
trying to jail your political opponents, which that right there, and I don't know. We may have touched on it last time, but I know Trump said he had the opportunity to do that himself when he
Right.
was president,
Right.
and he
Yeah.
didn't do it. He didn't want the country to have that look,
Right.
that we're over here just jailing the opposing party figures that we don't like. I mean, it's just not a good look for your country. And for somebody like him, to catch all the flack that he catches, like he's just a piece of shit, but yet he sits there and does shit like that, where he had all the right in the world to go after Hillary Clinton when he was in office. You know what I
Yes.
mean? He knows the shit that woman did leading up to that election with the whole, the shit where she was destroying the damn hard drives. And I mean,
Yes.
everything that woman was doing, he knows, but he
Oh,
didn't do
Russia
shit about it because he
collusion?
said,
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely. The dirty dossier? Absolutely,
because
dude.
he just
Yeah,
said it was going to be a
absolutely.
bad look for the country he was concerned with.
Right.
You know?
I wonder if he
Yeah.
regrets that now, you know?
I don't know. Yeah, that's if he had the opportunity, or he may have the opportunity. I'd go
Yeah,
after every single one of them. You know,
absolutely. Every
I,
one of them, dude, would be on my
yep,
radar.
I wouldn't care what it looks like to other countries. I would do it in a heartbeat. It's the only way you're going to drain this swamp that he was talking about before. Was some of them have to start being
Yeah,
held accountable. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah.
But anyway, all right. Well, I just wanted to do a short and sweet, but I wanted to touch on that DOJ stuff that broke today because I wasn't sure if y'all had time to really read up on it. But it's very interesting stuff.
Yeah.
We'll follow it for a couple days, see where it goes.
Hopefully there's some updates.
Yeah, there will
Yeah.
be. There's a lot of shit
Oh, there
breaking,
will
man.
be. Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I
It's
wasn't even
every
planning
day.
on getting on here tonight, and then that broke, and I was like, well, shit, here we go again. It just
Isn't
never
Yep.
that
ends.
crazy? Yeah.
So, but
Gonna
anyway,
have to do some diving on it, man, and do a little
yeah,
reading on it, and
dig into
But
it.
yeah, tomorrow there'll be something different, I'm sure. So
We'll get back at it soon. We'll
sounds good
appreciate
to
y'all
me.
watching B.S.ing with the guys. We'll see y'all soon.
Thank you,
Peace.
Shane. All right, Justin, take care, brother.
Later, dog.
Later.